Hi, I'm Jennifer Janet with Coldwell Banker Professional Associates. Today is Quick Tip Tuesday. What does it mean when a home or property is under contract? Today we're going to go back to the basics a little bit and just define the words under contract. That means that the home or property has officially ended negotiations and it is now accepted by both parties and will move through the stages to go to closing. So for instance, the buyers will work to resolve the contingencies that they set forth in that offer and were agreed upon by both parties. Those contingencies can include financing, appraisal, inspections, title work, or anything else that they included in their contract that was accepted by the seller. So that's during that time the buyers will work to schedule their inspections, sign paperwork and documents with the lender, provide them with necessary forms and sign disclosures. All the while, the seller is patiently just waiting on the other end for the buyer to satisfy those. Additionally, you may hear another term called pending. So we'll talk about now what under contract versus pending means. Under contract means that accepted offer has contingencies that must be resolved by certain deadlines by the buyer. And pending means that there are no contingencies and that home or property is moving towards closing. You'll often hear a home starts out as under contract because they do have contingencies to resolve. And once they have completed those contingencies, it then changes status to pending, which means again that it's just moving on to closing and there's nothing else that could cause that contract to fail. I would like to also point out that when a home is under contract, there is the potential for a backup contract to be negotiated and accepted. So this means that a second buyer could come and make an offer on the property, negotiate that with the seller as a backup contract to the first contract that is already in place. The advantage of this for that second buyer is that if something should fail on that first contract, their contract would automatically move up into first position. The home does not go back on the market and it is not offered to any other buyers to take their position. So sometimes there are instances where that is advantageous if you do have an interest in that home and it's already under contract. When homes are under contract, the only way that they could potentially be kicked out of that first place position would be if there would be a contingency for the buyers to sell their home prior to making that purchase. That time frame or that kick out opportunity is only available though if that buyer does not have a contract on their home for sale. So it's a window of time in which a buyer makes an offer on a property that they have to sell theirs in order to purchase the next one. The sellers agree to that and then they are trying to obtain a contract on theirs. Once a contract is obtained by that buyer, that kick out period or clause is no longer available to remove them from first place. So I know all of this can sometimes be a little confusing, especially when you are new to the home buying process. If you have any questions, give me a call, send me a text, or email me, and I'll be happy to explain this further. As always, when you think real estate, think Coldwell Banker Professional Associates.